for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by the Student Council President, Stephen Breiterman. And please remain standing as our award-winning band and chorus, led by Mr. John Kish and Mrs. Kathleen Spadafino, present the national anthem and the alma mater.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and please be seated. A farewell address will now be presented by the class of 2008 President, Samuel Wu.
Before I begin, I would just like to give a special shout out to all the teachers, administrators, guidance counselors, parents, and siblings out there. It has certainly been a rough journey, and I'm sure you've all been waiting anxiously for this moment of freedom and liberation to arrive as much as we have. So on behalf of the student body, I'd like to thank you all for being so patient for the last 4 years. Thanks to all your help, we're finally here. When we depart from here today, we will have a diploma in our hands, a thin but fancy parchment that attests to the 2,340 days of school that we've been forced to attend. But you know, the good thing is that we haven't been completely gypped off by compulsory schooling. We also leave here with a lifetime of knowledge, experience, and friendships. Regardless of whether we are continuing our education at college, contributing to the workforce, serving our country in the military, exploring the world, or experiencing any other worthy endeavors, these 3 things that we have picked up throughout high school will take us a long way. But while we look forward with optimism, today is also a day for reflection. In the midst of all our celebration, we need to remember one of the most important lessons we've learned: loss. During our junior year, Leslie Carnes, a cherished member of the class of 2008, passed away after a tragic car accident. Leslie taught us just how precious life is and how it is too unpredictable to forget to live in the moment. In honor of her today and the compassion that she stood for, we are wearing white ribbons on our graduation robes this morning. And somehow, even after such a tragedy, the student body learned to continue to trudge on, helping each other move forward. And in a way, we have all become more united and are now even more prepared to face the obstacles that life may throw at us. One of the things that we, as human beings, tend to do when we have a new beginning is set goals. However, this time I encourage you to do just the opposite. Robert Pirsig, a philosopher and teacher, once said, "To live for some future goal is shallow. It's the sides of the mountain that sustain life, not the top." In order to have a meaningful existence, we need not think about the hot cars we'll drive 10 years from now, the six-figure salary we'll have, or the beautiful man or woman we may marry. Instead, we ought to appreciate what we have in the present and celebrate living. If we learn to only appreciate every moment we have, we would realize that life isn't half as bad. In fact, each day we are given the opportunity to choose the way we live and interact with those around us. So, when we walk out of here, holding our diplomas proudly and thinking about our futures, from the parties we're going to attend to our next internship, let's not forget to live our lives, take chances, and not to settle for anything less than the best. Thank you and congratulations.
We will now hear from the valedictorian of the class of 2008, Gal Barak.
Graduation is a time to reflect upon all we've accomplished, to look back at the challenges we've overcome and the progress we've made. But no one can honestly say they're graduating today after 4 years of being self-sufficient. Whether it's extra time spent with a teacher, good advice from a guidance counselor, or the support of our family and friends, our interactions with those around us have drastically shaped our lives. So thank you, on behalf of the graduating class of 2008, for helping us get through the drama-filled ordeal of high school. Yet as we become more exposed to a less sheltered world, hopefully we'll begin to recognize the difference between meaningless drama and significant conflicts. Right now, some of us are still asking, why should we care about the world's problems if they're thousands of miles away? But we need to recognize that these injustices will catch up to us, and we'll regret not getting involved sooner. We're at a point in our lives where our options are endless and our slates are clean. So don't sit around waiting for progress to happen. It doesn't matter who we were, it only matters who we are. Therefore, if you haven't been the person you want to be, now is the perfect time to change. We have to remember that our own apathy affects everyone around us just as much as our passion can, so be an inspiration to those around you. Don't stay caught up in the same trivial things you worried about in high school. Ultimately, we've been given such an amazing start with our experiences in education at EBHS. Don't waste it on a mediocre future. Be extraordinary. A single voice can make a huge difference, so remember to vote in the upcoming elections. If you think something is wrong, challenge it. If you think something is worthwhile, do as much as you can to get involved with it. As the poet Marty McConnell once said, "This is your warning. This your birthright. Do not let this universe regret you."
The chorus will now present us with their rendition of Unwritten.
I am unwritten, you can't read my mind.
We will now hear from the faculty speaker, Mr. Adam Rechtenwald.
Come on. I know you love me more than that. All right, so I got some bad news for you. I know you voted for your faculty speaker, and I am very sorry to say that the person you chose is not here. Tila Tequila is a little busy this morning and will not be able to join us. There's something about bouncing and inflating. I'm not sure what that was all about, so that's a bummer. I know that I also was not your second choice for a faculty speaker. I'm really not sure why 500 of you voted for a feral cat to come up here and speak to you. Mr. Satari did some research, and apparently feral cats cannot talk. They sound like this. When we found that out, we decided that that would not be a good idea to bring the feral cat out here. However, I have been told that if I mess up, the feral cat will be sicked on me, and I don't want that to happen. So I brought some notes, and I'm going to give this an okay shot here. Oh boy. So I know what you're thinking. Your brain is spinning, the gears are turning, and you're preparing to leave your home and go off into the world. You're thinking, will I make it? Will I succeed? Will I make my mark where others before me have failed? Will I fulfill my destiny and become the next Abraham Lincoln, the next Gandhi, the next Tila Tequila? And I gotta be honest, this stuff kind of plagued me when I was young. Relatives and teachers, they would, be really tall and I'd be really short, and they would look down and they'd say, "So Adam, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And of course, I would say what little kids say. I would say, "I want to be an astronaut, and a fireman, and a wizard, and a raccoon breeder, and a transformer." But inevitably, adults would remind me that the things that I wanted to be when I got older were imaginary. As in, not real. As in, hey kid, how many times did your parents drop you on your head when you were little? I would say about 12 times. Once down a flight of concrete stairs. Sorry, Mom. But I guess people weren't really surprised when I decided on my profession, which was even weirder than unicorn tamer, because I wanted to be an artist. I don't think people were surprised because my grandmother always had a phrase for me when I was growing up, and it was inside kid. I don't know if you know that. It's just a really nice way of saying nerd. It meant I spent a lot of time in the basement while my brother was outside playing street hockey. It meant that I spent a lot of time with my nose in a comic book. Some people looked up to athletes or celebrities, but I'm gonna be honest with you, my role model when I was growing up was Optimus Prime, Walk around the playground. Autobots roll out. So I know what you're thinking now. You're thinking, did he make it? Did he become all the things that he wanted to be? Well, the answer, surprisingly, is yes. And no. See, am I the leader of an elite force of transforming robots whose sole purpose is to defend the Earth against the evil Decepticons? No. But I did get to teach all of you about art and philosophy and whether that chair is really a chair. Is it really even there? What are you sitting on right now? You have no idea. I hope that if you got anything out of my class over this last 10 months, it was that you maybe thought of yourself, even a teensy-weensy bit, I hope that you thought of yourself as creative. For once in your life, because that's what I try to be every day. On the way to this awesome job of mine, I've worked a few bum jobs. I've done a little retail, I did a little stock room, I've been unemployed, I've been in debt, and chances are, I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, but you probably will be too. It's just a reality. You're bound to wait some tables, and you're going to work for jerks, mean people who are going to say nasty things about you. But if you are worried right now and you're like, really freaking out and you're saying, hey, Mr. Reck, am I going to be a miserable failure? No. Of course you won't. I want you to look forward to the day when you can do somebody's taxes, defend somebody in court, fix a busted car, or hey, maybe you could even become a doctor and fix me when I fall down those concrete stairs. I want you to remember that this world still needs Autobots, okay? We still need heroes to stand up for the big causes and to really make a difference. And I know this sounds really, really corny, and I apologize ahead of time, but I do expect you to go out and to change the world. The world is a very screwed up place. It needs a lot of help. At this point, as I look up among this mass of green emerald goodiness, I know about 400 of you really, really well. The other 300 or so, I am just going to assume that you are not complete Dorcases. But you were very well dressed at prom, so I'm going to make that assumption. Since we know each other so well, I am very confident in saying that you have not only what it takes to make it, but I think you also have what it takes to make this world a better place for everybody to live in. So I have 3 words of advice for you as you leave today. Be good people. Be good people. I'm going to say it one more time. Be good people. And if you guys can do that, this inside kid right here will be very proud of all of you. Thank you.
The principal's message will now be presented by Mr. Robert T. Murphy.
Dr. Magistro just said, I'm glad I don't go next. Good morning, Dr. Magistro, Mr. Simmons, members of the Board of Education and School Administration, faculty and staff, parents, relatives, friends, and of course, the students in the graduating class of 2008. It is a pleasure to welcome you to East Brunswick High School's 47th commencement program. As I completed dictating the first draft of today's speech, I realized how very similar it sounded to last year's, and the year before that, and the year before that. Each year I've attempted to recognize the accomplishments of the graduating class as part of our celebration. And since our students perform at consistently incredible levels, the things that we take for granted may sound a little redundant. As an example, I could very easily point out that this year's class has 7 students who will be recognized with high honors, 14 National Merit finalists, 65 Blaustein Scholars, and 229 Presidential Academic recipients. I could also focus on the fact that our academic team, our JETS team, our Merck Science team, and our IPPL team won their respective state championships. I could even point out that 2 of our students were 2 of the total of 175 who are named Robert C. Byrd Scholars. And as I might point out, one of our students, Yuxing Si, will be one of 4 students in the entire nation who will represent our country at the Chemistry International Olympiad in Hungary this summer. I could mention that our music students were selected to participate in Region 2 and All-State Chorus, Band, and Orchestra. that our concert choir placed first at the Heritage Music Festival in Washington, D.C., and 3 of our students were selected National Orchestra members. Our students participated in the Congressional Art Competition with a student placing second. I could even point out that most of our art students go to some of the most prestigious art schools in the nation. In the area of sports, I could talk about our students being on teams that won 63% of all of their games this year. 6 teams winning division champions, 6 teams winning the GMC championship, and our girls bowling team winning their first ever Group 4 state championship. Four of our seniors were All-American cheerleaders, and 2 seniors were named first team All-State by the Star Ledger in their sports, as well as 2 students who won individual sectional titles. But rather than recount all of the great things this class has done, I thought I'd look ahead to what this class will do. The goal of a high school education is to prepare students for the future, for that what comes next. Because inasmuch as today is a celebration of a milestone, it is, as the word commencement implies, a new beginning. So who among you might be the first member of NASA to be the first to step on Mars? Who among you might be the next presidential candidate to potentially break that next false ceiling? Who among you may be the research scientist who helps cure or at least control cancer? Who among you may be the next Pavarotti, Bruce Springsteen, or Yo-Yo Ma? And who among you might be the next Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, or East Brunswick graduate and Olympic gold medal winner Heather O'Reilly? What I can tell you is that I've seen a new focus and a refreshing spirit in our students, where community service and civic responsibility have become part of the fabric of our classes. Our students have served food at Elijah's Promise, participated in a food drive that in our building alone generated over a ton of food for those in need, built a living classroom in our orchard, volunteered at the East Brunswick Public Library, organized blood drives, raised money for causes to help those who were devastated by the tsunami and Hurricane Katrina. And on a local level, our students helped a recent graduate in a financial way that he could battle his battle with cancer. So students in the class of 2008, the challenge ahead of you is not a simple one. But I'd like to offer the words of President Ronald Reagan, who said, "Every new day begins with possibilities. It's up to us to fill it with the things that move us toward progress and peace." As you leave here today, you have opportunities open to you that will provide you with choices. And the choices you make, more importantly, the reason you make those choices, will impact you, enrich you, and provide you with opportunities to make the world a better place. 50 years from now, when you qualify for Social Security, scary thought, I have no doubt that you will be able to look back at the positive imprint each of you will have made. You simply need to follow the advice of Dale Carnegie, who said, "Take a chance. All of life is a chance. And the person who goes farthest is generally the one who is willing to do and to dare." And so on behalf of the East Brunswick High School administration, faculty, and staff, I want to commend and congratulate the students in the class of 2008. We are very proud of you, proud of what you've accomplished, and we really look forward to watching what you have yet to do. Thank you. Before we award the medals to our valedictorian, salutatorian, high honors, I'd like to take a moment to recognize 2 staff members who are with us today who are starting their celebration of commencement as they move on to years of retirement. If I could ask them to stand, please, and thank Kathleen Takis for her 20 years of service. And Shirley Reed for her 36 years of service. We wish you all the best and thank you. At this time, I would ask our valedictorian, salutatorian, and high honors students to please come forward. Receiving the medal as our class valedictorian and also for highest honors, Gal Barak. I did it. Receiving the medal for salutatorian and also highest honors, Emily Ong. Receiving the medal for highest honors, Arwar Abbas. Receiving the medal for highest honors, Marlene Habashi. One of our 2 Robert Byrd Scholars receiving the medal for highest honors, Kevin Ho. The second of our Robert Byrd Scholars and receiving the medal for highest honors, Vayu Kishore. And receiving the medal for highest honors, Daniel Perlitz. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I'd ask you to take your seats with the class and join your classmates as we present the class for Dr. Magistro.
Our superintendent, Dr. Joanne Magistro, will now address the graduates.
Members of the Board of Education, staff, parents, guests, and especially the members of the class of 2008. My sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. Each year, my speech focuses on the importance of this day for both you and your parents. This year, I have chosen one of my favorite themes because I believe it truly reflects the significance of the day. No doubt that you have been looking forward to today for a long time. Graduation from high school, the transition from teenager to adult, time to leave the nest. Yes, it's a big day for you, and it's a very big day for your parents. I know this firsthand as my daughter sits among this graduating class. I know that for the parents sitting here this morning, it is a day of mixed emotions. Pride and joy at the achievements that you've made, as well as sadness and surprise at how quickly the years have passed. They are remembering back to the year that you were born. They are remembering your first words, your first steps, and your first day at school. When each of you entered kindergarten, in essence, you left the nest for the first of what would be many practice flights. You probably don't remember that very well, but your parents do. And to them, it seems like only yesterday. They remember your concerts, sport activities, school plays, birthday parties, family vacations. They remember it all. They are now hoping that they have done the right things and that they have provided you with the roots and wings to last a lifetime. Roots provide stability, a secure home and a sense of belonging, a place for you to grow and to become strong. They have guided and encouraged you, given you love and provided you with direction. As strong roots took hold, they encouraged you to grow wings, to experiment and take risks, to experience your surroundings, so that when the time came for you to leave the nest, you would be ready. That time has come. From this day forward, you will be making your mark and establishing who you are for all of those to see. This parenting thing, though certainly fulfilling and more often than not, lots of fun, wasn't easy. As your roots took hold and your wings matured, there were ups and downs, laughter and joy, sorrows and heartaches. But now all of you are ready to face the world, ready for both the opportunities that will come your way and the difficult challenges that life will throw at you from time to time. As you continue to navigate your flight through life, be confident in who you are and what you have achieved. You are certainly a source of pride to this school district, your parents, your teachers, your coaches, and advisors. In fact, you're a pride to the entire East Brunswick community. This class excels in every area. You have proven that the district's motto of excellence in academics, athletics, and the arts is not just something to talk about, but something that you have lived. So let's give credit to the other important adults in your life, the exceptional teachers in the East Brunswick Public Schools. They have prepared you well. You have achieved great things, earning numerous awards and outstanding recognition. But even more important, you have learned to appreciate each other's strengths and to respect the unique differences of those around you. Please don't rest on your laurels. The goal of your teachers was to encourage you to become lifelong learners. Continue to learn something every day. Because as Eleanor Roosevelt once said, nothing we learn in this world is ever wasted. Wherever your flight takes you, communicate. There's no excuse not to. With cell phones, email, text messaging, you can easily stay in touch. Share your experiences with your family. They will appreciate it now, and I know you will appreciate it later. As you look forward to great independence, remember that your parents have traveled many of the paths that lie ahead for you. Allow them to guide you. Remind them often that neither your age nor any degree of success can diminish your need for their strength and support. And expect that this flight through life will be just once. Any good that you can do, any kindness that you can show, do it now. Do not defer or look over it, for you will not pass this way again. Show your parents and your teachers that they did a good job, that your roots are strong and stable. Use your wings to fly back and say to them, thank you for all that you have done. I sincerely wish each of you good health and happiness. Enjoy your flight to the next phase of your life. Congratulations and good luck, the class of 2008. President Simmons and members of the Board of Education, as Superintendent of Schools, I certify that the students assembled here have completed all state and local educational requirements for the issuance of a high school diploma, and I recommend to the Board of Education that they be granted their diplomas. Thank you.
Mr. Todd Simmons, President of the Board of Education, will now say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Magistro, and congratulations. Good morning to my colleagues on the Board of Education, Dr. Magistro, Mr. Murphy, members of the administration, teachers, families, and friends of the class of 2008. As President of the Board of Education, it is my honor to address this year's graduating class. When I began thinking about this year's remarks, I thought about how life has changed in the past 20 years since I graduated. So I did some research. And about 20 years ago, you'd hear music from, say, Bon Jovi, Billy Idol, and Madonna, while today it's Natasha Bedingfield, Jordan Sparks, and once again, Madonna. 20 years ago, you might have seen The Last Emperor, Wall Street, or Moonstruck in movie theaters, and if you missed them, you could rent them on videotape from your local video store. Today, popular movies include Juno, Get Smart, The Incredible Hulk, and if you didn't want to see them in theaters, well, you could wait for the DVD to arrive in the mail, or you could stream it online. And if you were in college 20 years ago, you'd probably take notes with a pencil and paper, and you'd do so from your seat in a lecture hall or classroom. For those of you headed to college, you'll be well prepared with your laptops and an extended life battery, as well as an MP3 player for those classes that are sent to you by video podcast. And if you're away at college or at a new career, you might remember how those before you kept in touch with mom and dad. If during a break you were able to sneak away to your dorm room or apartment or had enough quarters for the payphone, you could pick up the telephone and call home. Today, if you're really quiet and you're on your cell phone, you can probably call or text from the back row of your lecture hall. But things have also stayed the same in the past 20 years. 20 years ago, graduates spent time celebrating their accomplishments with family and friends, taking some time off for the shore. I suspect many of you today have similar plans to celebrate. Today, as in the past, each of you will be venturing out into the working world or to partake in higher education, each wondering every day how you'll make it outside of East Brunswick. Yet each of you know, as we did 20 years ago, that you have the unconditional support of your family, friends, and community. As you begin the next chapter of your lives, I encourage each of you to continue to read, to think, to research, to question, to strive, and to learn no matter where life takes you. And as I wish each of you the best in the future, know that we will be keeping tabs on you throughout the years, learning of your successes and your accomplishments. Enjoy today, tonight, this week, your summer, and the new path you've chosen for the fall. Congratulations, class of 2008. On behalf of the East Brunswick Board of Education, I accept the recommendation of the administration of East Brunswick High School and the school district and direct that the class of 2008 be awarded their diplomas.
Gal Barak. Emily Lynn Ong. Arwa Abbas. Marlene Habashi. Kevin Ho. Bayu Kishore. Daniel Anthony Perlitz. Samuel Wu. Stephen M. Breiterman. Stephanie Mae Grice. Amanda Page Yonks. Colleen Ann McCracken. Melissa Chang. Scott Eric Shedlovsky. Jessica Lynn Holton. Catherine Mary Zold. Nicole Ray Ward. Monica Abraham. Mohammed Abuzad. Matthew Kenneth Ackerman. Mishal Ahmed. Jun Young An. Andrew Thomas Alessandro. Lauren Elizabeth Alexander. Mackenzie Almazan. Jacqueline Angela Alvarado. Carolina J. Alvarado Beltre. Reese Carl Anderson. Andrew Salim Andrawis. Elizabeth Laura Andrew. Lauren Elizabeth Ancasco. Nikolai M. Antipid. Zachary Justin Arbitil. Mark Arem. Mark Grant Awad. Kelsey M. Ayers, Tiffany Jane Bagner, Barbara W. Bai, Kelly Ann Banka, Gabrielle Ali Barbado, Sharuk Barry, Yafez Barak, John F. Baroud, Nicole Barry, Thomas Bartolone, Michael John Basilico, Joshua David Burke, Austin James Basold, Alla Bezhnetseva, Diva Bandola, Ashna Bhatt, J. A. Basvar, Matthew Angelo Blainer, Samantha Rose Blatz, Jessie Ann Bloom, Brian David Joseph Blumhoff, Melinda Bach, Galina Bognavoski, Mary Rose Bojado, Andrew M. Boulos, Patrick Lewis Bowen Jr. You don't even have time to look at those phonetics. Oh, I said them wrong, but. Dara Bromblot, Evan David Brandsdorfer, Brandy Carol Branson, Jordan Peyton Braun, Elizabeth Amy Brem, sorry. Oh. Patrick Joseph Brem, Patrick B. Brennan, Leora Rachel Brenowitz, Morgan Lil Brown, Stephanie Marie Brown, Ilya Bruckman, Cody Robert Bruno, Raymond C. Bryan, Thomas Brinkowitz, Eric Thomas Bungie, Caitlin Ivana Burrell, Sharon Mayuka Bushy, David S. Byrne, Joseph W. Campanelli, Jessica Consuela Canfield, Talia K. Cantos, Robert Joseph Capella, Sean Carney, Kimberly Ann Caro, Anthony Italo Carrier Russi, Jennifer Cortelli, Chris J. Caterino, Brittany Nicole Scholes, Carly Michelle Pavlicek, Matthew Edward Dienstag, Nicholas Robert Gramando, Eric Lawrence Levy, Jeffrey Chan, Vivian Chan, Crystal Chang, Kenneth James Charleston, Sarah Christina Chow, Rafael A. Havaz Fernandez, Andy Wan Hui Chen, Jeffrey Chen, Joe R. Chen, Mikey Chen, Su Yi, Xing Chen, Cheng Cheng, Daniel J. Cheng, Yulia Chernyakhovskaya, Kevin Shi, Laura M. Chicky, Jennifer Jocelyn Chico. Gregory Robert Churchy. Oliver Yanzen Chin. Shou En Chu. Timothy Cho. Daniel Joshua Cho. Jeffrey Chow. Victoria Carol Christensen. Nicholas Jared Christie. Carolyn Joy Ling Chu. Lin Chu. Samantha L. Citrone. Timothy M. Clark. Daniel Stephen Cohen. Sarah Amy Cohen. Michael J. Conjusta. Michael John Connors. Emily Catherine Costa. Marissa Danielle Crawford. Christina M. Caraco. Nicole Marie Diakil. Matthew James D'Elia. Kevin Tacuna. Andrea Da Silva. Amanda Margaret Dakin. Rutaparna Das. Harrison Ethan Datkowitz. Brandon Michael Davis. Amanda Elizabeth D'Angelo. Angelica Yvonne DeSico. Angela Jean-Marie Duconi. Matthew Pierre Deep. Ronnie Merrill Dietz. L.K. Denise. Amanda Durbin Rosian. Yvonne Desai. Michelle Desjorns. Jessica Rachel Devine. Samantha Elise Devine. Jamie Lynn DeVivo. Ashley Shannon Diaz. Linda Christina Diaz Cobo. Renee DeStefano. Jasmine Yesenia Dominguez. Kunal Doshi. Alina Dobrovna. Craig M. Drachman. Ihan Du. Lindsay Caitlin Dunkel. Daniel Nicholas Edwards. Jonathan H. Eckstein. Richard Michael Emery. Mina A. Andrawes. John Fernando Enriquez. Krivolos R. Eskander. Christopher S. Fauzi. Jonna Zachary Feldman. Stephanie Michelle Ferrone. Rachel Io Fikowski. Douglas E. Fisher. Jillian Elizabeth Fishman. Rose Erin Flayhoff. Erin Caitlin Fox. Christina Marie Francisco. Andrew E. Friedman.
Joshua L. Friedman. Nicole L. Freiberg. Catherine Fu. Adam David Furman. Mina Gabala. Gerwin Paul Pachengo Gabriel. Kevin Daniel Gatner. Rebecca Marie Gale. Nicholas S. Galetta. Anthony Galucci. Derek Anthony Gamboa. Matthew L. Garfinkel. Thomas E. Garitano. Michael James Gattuso. Paul Michael Gaudio. Jeffrey Michael Getchlick. Jonathan Samuel Gilardi. Ariel Samantha Gelman. Stephen F. Genlick. Justina W. George. Thanasi Georgiadis. Ravi M. Gatia. Michael Giancola. Lisa Haney Gurgis. Roger M. Giusti. Troy Brent Gladstone. Alexander John Glock. Tommy Nievik. Daniel Joseph Goldberg. Rachel Melissa Goldman. Jamie Merrill Goldschmidt. Pierre Goldschmidt. Smith. Rachel Anna Goldstein. Matthew J. Gall. Rebecca Gomez. Andrew Paul Gonsalves. Brittany Morgan Gonzalez. Christopher Brandon Gonzalez. Kelly Ann Gonzalez. Stephanie Alyssa Gutman. Anna Goravaya. Natalie D. Gottlieb. Daniel Ruven Granot. Marina Gindi. Robert William Greenspan. Cara Jean Grabelny. Michael A. Godagno. That's not right. Christina Alina Gudelis. Arpita Guha. Shilpa Guha. Brandon Gregory Green. Ada Gutman. Craig Lawrence Gutterman. Christopher M. Hajar. Matthew J. Halupka. Amy Hahn. Jay Hahn. Christopher M. Handy. Bashoy R. Hanna. Miriam E. Hanna. Stephen Hanna. Darius S. Harden. Melissa Ariel Harkavy. Minhaj M. Hashmi. Randy Michael Havens. Amanda Paige Heiberger. Andrew Heiberger. John Vincent Hyrie. Brandon Isaiah Henry. Daniel Evan Leaf Hewitt. Amanda Irene Hills. Devin Nicole Hippley. Jensen Ho. Sean K. Holton. Julie Y. Hong. Sarah Hong. Jonathan W. Horn. Lindsay Felicia Horowitz. Adam Hasilowitz. Azra Hott. Fiona Hu. Catherine Hu. Grace Wang. Michael Gerald Hunemeter. Mariam Saad Ibrahim. Michael Albert Ibrahim. Oluinka Iberase. Artie Imshanetsky. Christina Lynn Irizarry. Joseph G. Iskander. Lucian Ronald Iskra. Ian Jennings Jablanowski. Krish Jagadar. Natalia Yankoich. Nicole Laurel Jeddick. Jennifer Jen. Michael Jiao. Jonghyung Jin. Danielle Marie Johnson. Fatima Aisha Johnson. Michael R. Joseph. Jiwon Jung. Caroline Jung. Eric W. Jermo. Gregory Nikolish Katspinski. Hannah Eve Kaplenko. Robert Katz. Mark Neil Katz. Shahed Kawash. Christine Keegan. Amy Lee Kem. Michael David Kellerman. Nada Magdi Khalil. Mikhail Kaladenko. Jonathan Michael Kelbis. Zanetta Raquel Kilimnik. Bum Jin Kim. Esther Kim. Jennifer Kim. Joyce Kim. Nikar Kishnani. Scott Francis Kaminkowitz. Christine Marie Kolup. Deborah Jill Kofsky. Alyssa Ann Kondratuk. Michael N. Kuriakos. Erica Elizabeth Kovacs. Mark Ruven Kramer. Kyla Krishnamurthy. Ekaterina Krivoruchko. Steve Quay. Ekaterina Kurchatova. Alexander Kuzma Beck. Amanda Kwok. Dana Lee Lagatuta. Mark T. Legowski. Oscar Lan. Richard P. Lang. Amy N. Lakorchik. Christine Lee. Eric S. Lee. Jonathan Brian Lee. Mi Ji Lee. Sarah Dongkwang Lee. Wani Lee. Quentin J. Liebig. Salvatore Leonardi. Rocco Lettieri. Vivian Faye Young. Andrew Levitsky. Nicholas Levitsky. Alexandra Ariel Menon. Christopher J. Lunny. Emily Francis Moran. Yasaman Nikpour. Michael C. Palmer. Heidi Parais. Nicholas Joseph Parabello. Christopher Charles Gregory. Vidi Patel. Kelly Rosemary Spiegler. Erica Jill Weinbaum. Nisha Madhav Bidet. Jamie Rebecca Farber. Elise Molly Follader. Alyssa Sarah Perlman. Stacy Erica Hecht. Joseph F. Jankowski. Rita Cooperstein. Sarah Jane Eniano. Sheila Bao. Erica Beebe. Ravi Bhavsar. Matthew Simon Bonder. Allison Michelle Clay. Rebecca Mary Cleaver.
Crystal Lynn Casaboom. Christopher Clemente DeVeri. Kristen Elena Douglas. Thomas Anthony X. Jinsol Kim. Kelly Ann Kirkev. Valerie Lynn Copel. Trista Lee Kuna. Mina Lee. Storm Stephen Lewis. Xiao Shang Lu. Catherine Joyce McCarthy. Lindsay R. Minuski. Shayna Moore. Justin Scott Okowski. Sarah Ann Persad. Catherine Mary Quinto. Maitali Reu. Ann Rinsky. Yo-Yo Run. Jonathan B. Rubin. Rachel Iris Salston. Thomas Joseph Sclafani. Shruti N. Shah. Elizabeth Shayna Smith. Raphael Dominic Smith. Elizabeth Cassandra Stamott. Emily Samantha Susher. Ami Sashi Thadani. Christina Varghese. Carly Michelle Weinreb. Kai Wang. Alice Wu. Zora Lovkovsky. Marianne Lewis. Ryan Charles Lewis. Star Roderick Lewis. Brian Scott Lee. Maibin Lee. Tianyu Lee. Max J. Lee. Flavia Lima. Yuan Liang. Michelle Marie DeMarzo. Carly Jill Langer. Taylor Miller. Danielle Joy Slater. Robert Patrick Taco. Rachel Marie Lipkin. Jessica M. Listwa. Justin S. Litowitz. Erica Wynn Liu. Shirley Liu. Candace Lowe. Kevin Richard Lojadis. Kirsten Marie Lopez Servant. Yin Yin Lo. Michael R. Lubin. Zachary Ryan Lux. Joshua Shames Luger. John Patrick Link. Callum Hugh McKay. Heloise Constantino Madatu. Sushma Madula. Nicolette Elise Maggiato. Jessica Rachel Mandel. Tanae Makim. Ariane Malaj. Catherine Ann Malatesta. Max M. Majewski. Ria S. Manikar. Brianne Marie Manning. David Anthony Morano. Joshua J. Marciano. Jamie Ryan Marsack. Heather A. Margulies. Andrew Victor Mariani. Jesse G. Marino. Aaron D. Markowitz. Jeanette Jessica Marvo. Kyle Alexander Mascola. Chanel Mason. Kevin Abel Masterton. Marta Melissa Matera. Christy Danielle Matthews. Puneet Mathur. Juliana Matta. Marina Matta. Michael Warren Matthews. Sheena Ann McCarthy. Sean Dennis McCluskey. Kyle Gregory McCullough. Jacqueline Michelle McDonald. David John McLaughlin. Narelle Shantae Meadows. Mina Michael Meglia. Vinay Arun Mehta. Michael D. Mello. Paul Melman. Jagdish Manera. Glennis Mendez. Enar Mendoza. Jeremy Merkel. Mark Myers. Jasmine Middleton. Robert Mignon. Travis Nicole. Brendan P. Mikas. Alana G. Miller. Michael L. Levis. Marina S. Mishriki. Michelle Mizrahi. Rohan Pivish Modi. Christina Bianca Moley. Matthew P. Monash. Dennis J. Mahoney. Mark W. Morkos. Trevor John Morgan. Stephanie Ann Morgan. Adam Elliott Morose. Danielle Marie Moses. Michael John Marunis Jr. Hannah Ruhi Mughal. Amina O. Mohammed. Shane M. Mullen. Christina Marashkina. Brian Thomas Murphy. Matthew John Mustakis. Glenn Lewis Mazinski. Paul Matthew Mazinski. Sean Brooke Mutnick. Sarah Brooke Mutnick. My mistake. Shruti Banavi Nambura. Lee Jordan Natali. Alexandra Anna Nayrout. Noah Nassim. Natalie Ann Niebold. Allison Sarah Newman. Victoria Nancy Ing. Evan Ross Nissan. Michael Iafana Nebi. Brett A. Noel. Amber Leanna Nord. Kevin Jeffrey Norris. Nanya Uzo Okafor. Stephanie A. Olson. David Edward O'Neill. Melissa Ashley Orante. Rachel Sandra Oshinsky. Charles Peter Ott. Dana Ellen Payuko. Catherine Daniel Page. Aaron Lewis Palumbo. Ryan Laurel Palumbo. I know. Soyun Park. Young Hoon Park. Una Park. Chad A. Pasternak. Shivangi Y. Patel. Vivek R. Patel. I can do it. Samantha Morgan Petrero. Rachel Iris Penn. Gavin E. Perez. Kellyanne Peterson. Boriana Kirilova Petrova. Darren Matthew File. Jennifer Ashley Flug. Mark Andrew Piakowski. Samantha Lynn Patrico. Ann Carolina Piori. George Peter Policastro. Christian M. Potera. Nicholas Gregory Privet. Andrew Gregory Pritikin. Kevin L.A. Price. Zhao Kong Shin. Catherine Ann Quiza. It's your turn. Joshua C. Raffle. Elizabeth Nicole Ranish.
Carlos L. Raposo. Abhinav Ray. Ian Ray. Brielle Lynn Rosano. Stephanie Taylor Reed. Brittany Teresa Reimer. John Wren. Patrice Jacqueline Resch. Ryan Resco. Brittany Ann Richter. Alex William Wrigley. Lourdes E. Reardon. Tiffany Marie Rivera. Fernando Robles. Benjamin A. Rosen. Matthew David Rosenblum. Stephanie Rosenthal. Ryan C. Ross. Anthony Joseph Rossi. Brandon J. Rossi. Brittany Chelsea Rodriguez. Kathy Plavnik. Evelyn Shaw. Sarah Wynn Steyer. Elizabeth Ann Stankowitz. Kyle Ryan. Ooh. Michael Ryan. James A. Ryder. Sarish Sadiq. Angela Saini Amaya. Philip N. Salant. Franklin Daniel Salazar. Michael John Salazar. Kevin Ray Salvador. Keith R. Samuelson. Nicholas Joseph Santoro. Somak Sarkar. Ryan L. Sachs. Danielle Joe Shayak. Thomas Christopher Schmidt. Zachary Frederick Rothy. Eric Rubenstein. Wayne Shorp. Alexa Nicole Shikatano. Maria Scortino. John Henry Charay. Michael Colin Scribonia. Lauren Marie Segredo. Michelle Catherine Semkowski. Brian C. Senkel. Abhishek Seth. Amy Lynn Ruth. Dana Shabo. Matthew Ryan Shaffery. Angit Kalpesh Shah. Rahi Y. Shah. Eric Harry Shapiro. Dennis Michael Shapov. Casey Michael Shaw. Caitlin Michelle Sheeran. Lamersa Shahay. Ali H. Sheik. Kevin R. Sheridan. Sahil Seth. Alex J. Shields. Brant Allen Shine. Monica Mary Sideros. Marina Siddick. Ashley Michelle Siegel. Sarah R. Silva. Scott H. Silver. Jonathan Mitchell Simo. Sachi Surer. Ashley Nicole Sostrom. Matthew Peter Smith. Nicole Danielle Rutkowitz. Michael J. Rutkowski. Hao Chan Song. Ashwini Sridhar. Purna Srinivasan. Naomi F. Stahl. Sarah Elizabeth Smith. Rita Nagy Sokar. Ashley Nicole Steenvoorden. Kristen Marie Steenvoorden. Jason Stein. Jesse Anna Stein. Brant Corey Steiner. Jesse Paul Stern. Aaron L. Stevens. Carly Elizabeth Stock. Scott Andrew Stolzenberg. Laura Whitney Strandberg. David Strauss. Evelyn Ariel Henderson Strombaum. Daniel Sullivan. Kelly Ann Sullivan. Phoebe Sun. Venkat Suryadevara. Timothy J. Susko. Eric D. Tang. Tiffany C. Tang. Crystal Lynn Tangen. Derek J. Tauber. Jennifer R. F. Tedeschi. Claire Louise Terez. Mien Cha Thane. Caitlin Marie Tizano. Catherine Julia Torok. Michael Stephen Tody. Lucinda Diana Toto. Minelle Rachel Trackman. Amy Tran. Donna Trinovska. David Tulchinsky. David Andrew Uloa. Asia C. Vaganek. Nathan J. Vaisbein. Yevgeny Veltman. Alberto Ariel Villeman. Maggie Violette Bernberg. Sankalp Vishnu Bada. Nitin Viswanathan. Meena H. Wahaba. Anthony Wang. Charles Wang. Daniel W. Wang. Rishu Wang. Nicole Wassilis. Ting Wei. Perry Elise Weinberg. Jason I. Weinberger. Alexander I. Weinman. Bradley Michael Weinstein. Jared Stephen Weisblatt. Lauren Wells. Alice Wang. Ashley Wang. Margaret Wenz. Rachel Lynn Wexler. Jennifer L. Warrenecki. Lee Ariel Walston. Michael Randon Rubluski. Corey Wheeler. Mark Wu. Yichang Wan. Yusing Z. Tianqi Zhong. Roger Zhu. John M. Yakub. Cecile Leah Yama. Jennifer Yang. Michelle Diana Yastremski. Ashley Ann Yatoro. Desiree Ann Yaboa. Ross Yellen. Suzanne K. Jurgensen. Joyce K. Young. Elliot K. Yu. Joshua Lee Yu. Mark T. Young. Matthew William Young. Edouard A. Youssef. Mariana I. Youssef. Ashley Megan Yura. Stephanie L. Zabel. Gregory Frederick Zagaric. George Z. Zhang. Margaret Zhang. Peter Lee Zhang. Zhenzhen Zhang. Nang Zhang. Nicholas C. Zugzda.